All right, so I got the devil's tongue red pepper, and we're gonna taste test this right now. So here we are with the devil's tongue red. A little nervous about eating this thing because I know that this is going to be really hot. And I'm not sure if it's going to have that Fatalii type effect on me. And I say Fatalii effect because the Fatalii, for some reason, really upset my stomach. They have been, the last year or so, they've really been getting to me. When I first started eating Fataliis, they didn't really bother me that much. But now they're bothering me. For some reason, I eat them. And like an hour later, I'm like, belching. I'm tasting it still. And it's like, wow, it's really spicy. That's, really starting to affect me that way, We're going to take a bite off of this. And we're going to give it a go. Now, I'm not sure how hot it's going to be. We're going to find out. Let's give it a go. Ugh. So far, so good. I chewed it. Put it down. Right out the gate, heat-wise, it's habanero heat. It's a slow builder. It doesn't come in really quick. I was able to chew it for a little while, but now it's starting to hit me. It's coming in. When I first bit it, it gushed. It's like it was filled with a gas. Oh, that heat is hot, man. Wow. Really, right now, the only thing it's affecting, the whole top of the tongue is cooked. It's almost stinging heat. Wow, that is hot, man. Ooh, that hurts. My eyes are getting watery. I'm coughing. I'm getting ready to sneeze. Oh, my, that is hot, man. Oh, wow. I don't think I could eat the rest of this thing. Whew. The whole top of the tongue is burned. Painful heat. Painful. This one's hard. A slight gut cramp on this one. Whoa. All right. The taste, from what I remember, my mouth is salivating like crazy. The taste, from what I remember, was very habanero fruity type taste. A little different though. A little bit different than a habanero taste. But it was generally fruity like a habanero. Taste came and gone. It's not sticking around in my mouth like a Fatalii. Like I told you, I eat the Fatalii. I taste it over and over and over. Oh man, my eyes are definitely watering. Oh, this one's painful. Ouch. Scoville-wise, I'm going to put this up there. I'm going to put this like around 300,000. Burning hot habanero. High end of the habanero. The highest end, actually. Whew. It's so painful on the tongue that my tongue is throbbing, believe it or not. And I'm salivating like crazy. Wow. But the taste is very nice. What I like about it is the taste kind of comes, does its thing, and it goes. I don't want to have to taste it over and over and over. I don't like that effect on any kind of food I eat. I want to eat it, I want to taste it, I want to enjoy it, and I want you to go away. I don't want to keep tasting you. Whew, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish that thing. Whoa. That was only half the pepper, too. Wow, man, that was way too much. And I've been eating a lot of salsa lately because the tomatoes are coming in and the onions and stuff are all coming in, so I can make a good salsa. And I've been adding the real hot ones to my salsa, like the Nagalahs, Reapers, even the Fatalii I have tried already in it. But I get that Fatalii effect even in the salsa. But yeah, I've been adding a lot of these really hot peppers, so you think my heat level would be able to tolerate something like this. This was hot, man. Wow. Almost a gut cramp on that. But I ate a couple of handfuls of trail mix that has peanuts in it, some chocolate, and so that's kind of a good base. So when this thing lands in there, it doesn't make you want to heave right away, Wow. That was very, very hot. Burning my lips, too. That's something else I should know. I don't usually get lip burn. If the peppers are really hot, I could bite into a Nagalah, and that'll burn the ever-living life out of you. I don't get lip burn from it. It burns the whole inside of the mouth, screaming down your throat, but don't get lip burn. I don't know. Certain peppers burn the lips right away. This is burning the lips. Whew, it's coming down now. The flavor of it really wasn't that bad. It was very fruity, though. It was very fruity. No overtones or undertones that are unpleasant. Very habanero type fruitiness. Comes and goes. Didn't stick around. And then the heat kicks in. The heat is sort of a creeper heat. You don't feel it at first. I chewed the whole thing up. Chewed it. I felt the heat coming on, but it wasn't like screaming heat. After I chewed it, after I swallowed it, that's when it kicked in. Ooh, the taste of it wasn't bad. I wouldn't like go out of my way to eat these things by themselves. In a salsa, in any kind of cooking, you make a cheesesteak, right? Ever make a Philly style cheesesteak? Make a cheesesteak where you got your regular sweet peppers and your onions cooked and chopped and made with your cheesesteak. Cut a couple of these up and put them in there. It's going to be hot, but the flavor of that really works good with cheesesteak. Any of these type of fruity peppers like the devil's tongue or the habanero, Fatalii will work with it. Any of those kind of fruity peppers, they really come out really good in the cheesesteak. Something to do with the beef fat and the cheese fat. It just blends in really good and you get a really good effect. Guys, let me tell you, you want to try a hot pepper and you're not willing to go to that really next level of million BTU, I'm telling you, this is probably like 300,000, the high end of the habanero heat range, which is like 100,000 to 350,000. This is like the later end of that. This is like 300, 350, might even be going into the next level. This was very hot, very stinging, burned the lips, burned the tongue, nice fruity flavor, good carry through. Excellent. I think this would go excellent with a lot of dishes, especially meat dishes or anything with cheese in it that has that fat. It could absorb that flavor a little bit. I'm getting ready to belch, so I don't want to do it on camera. Anything that carries that fat, where this could sink into the fat and kind of mellow out with the fat, oh, that would go so good with it. Believe me when I tell you. I like good food. I like good cooking. I like to add hot peppers to good cooking, only to enhance the flavor, not really to make it better than it is. He won't cook it for me. I chop it up and add it in there because I asked him to do that. He says it gets on his knife and it burns all his customers. Because he did it for me one time with a Trinidad scorpion. He complained that, other people were saying, our lips are burning. Because it stays on the knife, He won't do it no more. I cut them up. I put them on there. Throw it in the toaster oven for a minute. Heat it up a little bit longer. Let it mellow into that meat. A lot of times I'll buy a cheesesteak the day before. I'll chop these up, put it on there, wrap it back up, let it sit overnight. That flavor will marinate through the meat and the cut up onions that are already grilled and everything. Marinate, it'll mellow in there and it's so good. And it's really hot. So I really like to do that. This would go really good with that type of application. Eating them by themselves really does it an injustice. I only do these reviews for the fun of it, really, but realistically, in a real application, it's a totally different world when you add this to cooking. When you add it to salsa, salads, any kind of sauteed food, and you add this to it, it changes the dynamics of it. Yeah, the heat is going to be there, but the flavors infuse and they change. So it's really hard to say, hey, this pepper tastes like this, and it really does the pepper a lot of injustice. And that's why I like to tell you how to apply it to food or what I think it would go good with food, because for me just to do a pepper taste and then you see me all water-eyed and screaming and burning, it just doesn't do the pepper justice. It might even scare you away. And I don't want to scare you away. I want you to actually grow these and don't be afraid to apply it to cooking. A lot of times with these peppers, especially these really hot ones, you add them to salsas or something like that. You let them sit overnight and mellow. The next day, they're not even half as hot. They really mellow out a lot. It really does. So you can do that if you're worried about the intense heat, but you want the flavor. Just let it sit overnight. Let it marinate into the other food in the cooking. The heat will come down a little bit. I find that works for me. Because not all the time I want to eat something and be like gut cramped all day, Because sometimes that will do that. That was my review for the Devil's Tongue Red pepper. If you've never grown this before, give it a go. If you like hot peppers, it's a good pepper to add to your repertoire. I would recommend it. I liked it. It's a nice pepper. It doesn't have a long aftertaste. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.